All right, here is an update for Ethereum, which has been, I wouldn't say one-to-one correlated with Bitcoin, but had been leading Bitcoin at times and then following Bitcoin. But the pattern for Ethereum is a little different as I had drawn out yesterday. It was more of a symmetrical triangle. And I had said that if this is correct, then the A, B, C, D, E is the likely pathway for the price waves. However, we also saw a bit of a breakout here. Now, the key thing about any breakout, and I've been very consistent on this, is that it has to be decisive. In other words, if the breakout occurs, it has to stay outside and not come back inside. That is what's important about a breakout. And that's what, to me, as a technical analyst, distinguishes between a decisive breakout and a fake breakout. So having said that, do we have a D-wave breakout? Well, price is pretty much sitting on the support line. I might give it a little bit of a leeway to do so now. It's come back down a little bit below. So we need to kind of consider as to how exactly to take this into account. So for now, let's remove these markers. And this for now. And simply count the waves. So to do that, I'm going to go now to 1 or higher resolution, which will allow me to see the waves a lot more clearly. So I have here, I believe, probably a 5-wave up. And that I would count as wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if that's correct, then very similar to Bitcoin, if it has put in 5 waves, and let's see if this also is traveling in a parallel line, a channel within a parallel line, and I think it pretty much had, at least for the impulse. You can bring this down a little bit. This you can call a bearish wick. Finish the 5. You can see the very nice distinction of the A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subwaves for 5. And then you have the, I think, the ABC markings. Now, do we again see, let me get rid of this line also. Can we see the pattern that is also present in Bitcoin? And I think pretty much yes, I think so. However, it's not as exactly, how should I say, form and fit on a downward wedge. But it still could apply, okay? And you can still see the A, B, C, D, and an E potentially. And if that's the case, then that will probably take it to approximately, let's say, 691 or so. But I very much would prefer, I think this whole thing is more of an ABC. So I would say ABC. The A will be here. We can get a B bounce. And then C will probably go to the prior wave 4, like that. If we do a Fibonacci measurement on this, I think that 4, yep, that wave 4 here too will also land on the 0.618 retracement zone. And I would much rather prefer that. The reason is because the lower the price declines, it's not because I enjoy it as a bull, no. But I clearly understand that the lower it goes, the more of the would-be sellers will be divested and taken out of play. And those would-be sellers, once price does pick up, will become buyers based on FOMO because they are so emotionally driven. So that's the way I see Ethereum playing out. Now, the long-term Ethereum I had shared Here you go. You know, this is still in play. This head and shoulders top is still in play. However, if this five wave up is correct and picks up on a higher high, especially higher than this, then the symmetry is pretty gone. But not exactly, because if we get a much higher high, it may be potentially extend this, but then again the volume would not confirm. So then you're running into problems on the completeness of the pattern. We haven't even been there, but never mind the confirmation unless it comes all the way down and breaks this neckline. So far we have the volume confirmation. So this very bearish projection based on the head and shoulders top pattern would become invalidated if we get a higher high of 73 and higher than 742, because then the pattern would be not complete and not even close to being confirmed where it would have had to break the neckline. However, for now, it's still in play. We need to make a higher high above the 723, which is where the wave 5 ended in the short-term chart that I showed you, and then a higher high above the 743 would, I believe, in my opinion, invalidate this bearish notion. Invalidations are not frequent, but they do occur. Hey, nothing is guaranteed. Just because you see a head and shoulders that looks most beautiful and is complete, but you don't get a confirmation, it's not valid. That is how patterns work. If you read the Edwards and McGee book, they have strict guidelines on when to say that the pattern, a particular pattern, is complete and confirmed. And pretty much what I've told you is what will probably be in the book. All right, I hope you found this to be helpful. Thank you for listening and watching. I hope it augments your due diligence. Thank you.